What up? It's your boy K-Blao Hood X back with another video for y'all. Uh, all of my siblings are water signs. You know what I'm saying? I put out a lot of content on this video shitting on water signs. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever want to know a big part of that, you look no further than my fucking siblings. You know what I'm saying? I love my siblings, obviously all brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to think that I'm out here like ranting like about how much I hate my brothers. I know it's fucking sibling shit. It's like if you got a brother or sister, you know exactly what the feeling I'm trying to describe. But I do want to say that me as an air sign, like I'm an Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? I got a brother that's a Scorpio. I got a brother that's a Pisces, and I got a sister that's a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? And I also have a step brother who's Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Which was fucking perfect for exactly what I need to see as far as like lore Aquarius traits. You know what I'm saying? Now, imagine me having, you know what I'm saying, 3 water sign siblings and then a lower evolved Aquarius brother. And then none of them not even studying astrology at all. These motherfuckers don't, they think I'm crazy for studying astrology. You see what I'm saying? This is like, I just give you a snapshot or it's like literally my life. You see what I'm saying? The thing that's important to my brothers and sisters is not important to me at all. And like everything that's important to me is not important to the motherfuckers at all. It's insane. And then like me knowing that I have the exact dialogue and that like I know like if you follow my channel, you know that I have the dialogue, the communication available. You know what I'm saying? There and they're like, okay, if I truly was to approach one of my siblings, the level of understanding is gonna be there on my part. You follow what I'm saying? When I approach my younger brother, my older brother, when I approach my sister, me as an Aquarius walking this planet for as long as I've been walking it, I've learned, especially looking at my stepbrother who's Aquarius, I've learned that like, okay, wait, something is not right here. There's some type of failure of communication here. And then like I'm gonna actually try to figure out what it is and approach it from that standpoint instead of just guessing, what the problem is, especially on the intrinsic basis. Like something's bigger happening, you know what I'm saying? It's something in the stars, something just people is not the same. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to pay attention to detail and try to figure out, okay, like why are we failing to have a communication? Why is there failing communication? Me as Aquarius, unemotionally emotionally unattached, emotionally detached. Knowing that I'm emotionally detached, realizing that I have to be more sensitive to my siblings' emotions. You're gonna get that dialogue because they're water signs and they don't understand that they don't even follow astrology. Like they don't even. It's like a foreign fucking language to them. It's like somebody who watched Star Trek trying to talk to people who watch Star Trek. Like who somebody who's a fucking banker trying to explain to somebody why they can't get their house approved. You know what I'm saying? They have literally no idea the keywords that's associated with Aquarius. Like I know, knowing that like we're about thoughts, we're less emotional. Like they don't have this dialogue. They missing that whole fucking vocabulary that come along with studying astrology and the signs, and they're not approaching me like this. You know what I'm saying? So like this is why what I'm saying, I was gonna put out a video, believe it or not, called Astrology is Bullshit. Because it was like, here's a fucking air sign who has 3 fucking water sign siblings who knows all this shit about astrology and it don't mean shit to them. This is why I talk about the Cassandra complex a lot on my page, and like Cassandra, who was a psychic who knew the future but nobody would listen to her. This is literally what it's like being an Aquarius and having water siblings. Because I can't like my siblings don't even come on this page, you know what I'm saying, and follow the videos to try to even understand like, why I think the way I think, why I do the things I do. It's like it's like to them I'm just fucking yelling shit on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, the things that's important to me, they don't even care. It's like strictly fucking emotion. And as time continues to play out, you know what I'm saying, we're becoming more set in our ways, you know, and um I'm putting out content like you know what I'm saying, like this is like a journal to me. You follow what I'm saying? So, and like I said, a lot of times in my life, I know I feel like I'm talking to you. I'm talking to a fucking computer. There's nobody in this room. It's like a journal to me. So it says we becoming more set in our ways, you know, and I'm putting out, you know, content. I look at myself. I look at it. I'll be like, okay, well, am I tweaking? You know, if I didn't have this journal, you know, what would I really, if you know, if I didn't study astrology and I didn't have this journal, what type of person would I be? You know, and studying astrology, studying spirituality, metaphysics, comedics, you know, the Kabbalah, studying, you know, even things in the Bible, Christianity, Old Testament, New Testament. The lessons that I learned in these, you know, guides provide me so much clarity that I know for a fact if I didn't have them, I'll be dead or in jail. Because I don't think how water signs think at all. But I understand. And the fact that I understand and I'm still not even getting the benefit of the doubt, you know what I'm saying? When situations play out, it's like, man, I've stepped into your world. I've stepped into the emotional world. I've calmed myself down. I'm not hitting you with hard edge facts that you can go find on my page. Just why they don't watch my page. Hard edge facts, hard edge truth. I've toned it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hollering. I'm not screaming. I'm speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? How you want to be spoken to. And then you still don't get to the logic. You still don't get to the point. You still don't get to like the forward move. This, like I said a lot of times, like this is not a court of law. This is a court of emotions. This is not a fact-based conversation. This is an emotional-based conversation. I find myself saying this a lot with, you know what I'm saying, you know, water signs. And I know that, you know, I get my justice on this channel. I get the truth on this channel. And they're like, it's kind of like being Batman or like a superhero. And they're like, okay, we live in a fucking bullshit world where I got to kind of put this disguise on and walk through life. But just know that like on here, you get the real fucking K-Blao hood X. You get the truth. You know, so like I said, if I didn't have this, I don't know how I would be able to fucking move through life. Like I don't, you know, this channel is really giving me a theory in life, and like I don't really have much to prove, you know, in day-to-day interactions with people, because like I know the truth, you know. So as far as in the third dimension, walking around talking to people, interacting with people, you know, the third dimensional victories don't hold as much weight in my heart as they used to, and they're like in the way that, you know, people who subscribe to my channel and the comments that they leave and the confirmations that I receive in this channel, like that gives me way more fulfillment than, you know, the third dimensional day-to-day shit, you know, sitting down eating, talking about mundane regular things. Like I'm not from that world, you know what I'm saying? So like I approach it kind of like playing fucking PlayStation 4, and then like it's a game, and then like, okay, I'm literally had to create a whole other avatar for myself that I had to go into this avatar and interact with, like the fucking Matrix, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I just, the more I get more embedded in that thought, I see water sign people more and more, like I say, like cartoons, or more like a fucking program that's like controlled by forces that's like literally from another planet. And I'm just like literally playing a video game that's based on emotions. And then like the points in this video game are based on emotions, not logic. It took me fucking years before I realized this, even, and just watching the day-to-day actions of my fucking siblings. And they're like, man, stop and think. And they're like, you got an Aquarius child with 3 waters, every spectrum of water sign siblings. And ask yourself why you think the content on my page sound the way it sounds. And that like I'm got files after file after file after file after file after file, and people come and confirm the shit, you know. So you know, my perspective on this page is not just me ranting, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It comes from real life instances. this is very difficult for people to see, and then like you're on that side of the screen, you're holding your phone looking at me, but I'm fucking physically sitting here. You know what I'm saying? As myself, and then like the things that propel me to come sit down in this chair and start talking into this fucking camera, you didn't experience them things. You know what I'm saying? But if you was an Aquarius and you had fucking 3 water sign siblings, you know what I'm saying? You had a water sign spouse, you had a water sign, kids, you got most of the people that's coming to you telling you about their problems, your quote unquote friends are water signs. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you're gonna start to pick up on a very keen, you're gonna have a very keen perspective, and you're gonna be able to put out content like this, but I'm not, this is just a thought on the internet, me sitting there talking, but in real life, it's not like, I can literally, once this video go off, my life end. I'm like, no, I keep going. Once this video stops, my life keeps going. So like, I'm in here, I'm in the matrix, I'm in here playing the game, I'm down here on the planet playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Going through the day-to-day actions. I asked to be here. So I came here to learn this lesson. I'm learning this lesson. It's clear. You know what I'm saying? That I'm learning these lessons. I'm giving my report. You know what I'm saying? I'm approaching it with a level of understanding. But this avatar, this material, this page, the logic that you can find, the jewels that you find on this page, it ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Eventually I'm gonna die. My body gonna break down. I'm gonna get old, crippled. I might go blind, go deaf. You know what I'm saying? Bones start breaking and cracking. I already know this shit is coming. But in the meanwhile, while I got this brain, you know what I'm saying? This is my chamber. And then like, I know that this lives forever. This is what, Comedians call it is, the was, and always will be. Even when I'm dead, people will be on the internet frantically searching for, the things I said and research because they still here. These are the things that's important to me, and the passion I used to share about these type of things with my siblings, it was never met at that, at that same level. It was always done just on an emotional experience. That's what I learned. And then like I've seen things from a long timeline where they kind of see experiences just, from moment to moment. So in the long timeline of things, the content you find on this channel was my true passions, like my journal. And it was the feelings that I never got to really got to manifest in this third dimension. It's a trick. The third dimension is tricky, man. The third dimension is very tricky. So that's why I decided to master the 5th and 6th dimensions content you see on this channel. You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody who do subscribe to this channel. If you are a water sign, you know what I'm saying, or if you you know what I'm saying, you wonder why I'm putting all this content on water sign. A lot of times, it'd be just situations dealing with my my siblings, and what I'm saying, a lot of times I don't have no way to express, what I'm saying. And one thing that I do want to say very clear in here, what I'm saying, is that like, yeah, my spouse is a water sign, and I avoid putting content out. Believe it or not, like very, very rarely do I put out content surrounding, situations I get into with my wife, what I'm saying, my spouse. I very rare. Like even if you go back through the cancer videos, you go back through all of my videos. I'm not that type of person to jump on the internet and, what I'm saying, talk about, what I'm saying, negative shit that go on in my life with my spouse. What I'm saying? And even though a lot of the shit subconsciously do line up, like I don't vent. What I'm saying? The shit I go through with my spouse, I don't vent that shit. What I'm saying? On this channel. What I'm saying? I don't think that's cool at all. At all. What I'm saying? So, and also too, you want to know is that like a lot of the content on this page, it do come from requests as well. And that like the things that I've seen, and I'm only able to put it out if it's confirmed. Like I don't put out shit that I read, what I'm saying, that I just read another book and I take it and put it out. It's like, no, if I haven't experienced that shit, I'm not gonna put it in the video. It has to be confirmed. So yeah, that's just a little insight like I said on this channel. And if one of my brothers and sisters do come across this video, I would let y'all know that what the fuck is you even doing on this channel anyway, motherfucker. Peace.